The intervener guides the learner to identify and explore the materials and equipment to be used in roasting groundnuts. Such materials include water, salt, basin, sufuria, wooden spoon, bowls, fire, hot pan, and the groundnuts.
We can start by exploring the equipment and the materials. First and foremost, we'll explore the equipment. I hope you know what we mean by equipment, and then you also know what we mean by materials. We'll start from the farthest left. So you can come along. You can come along until we reach the edge of the table. Here, what is this?
A basin.
And what do we use it for?
To wash our hands and maybe wash.
Yeah. Usually before you start cooking, the first thing is to wash and to ensure that your hands are very clean, so that as you handle the food, you handle using clean hands, so that the food you are handling is not contaminated. Is that okay?
Yes.
The next step, come, basin. The next equipment we have a sufuria, and this is a large one. This one we'll use to prepare groundnuts. We have other sufurias aside for preparing popcorns. And while preparing popcorns, we use 2 sufurias so that we cover using the other one. And I want you to feel the size of the sufuria, and you can feel the weight as well. Feel the weight of the sufuria. The sufuria also has to be heavy enough because we are going to use low heat. Thank you. And the next item, a jug. What is inside the jug?
I can only taste.
It's water. Thank you. We have water. It's water. We have water inside the jug. Then come to next. Water. Come to next.
This is a tray.
That is a tray. Okay.
Plates, cups.
Hold the tray first. Hold the tray first. That is a tray. You can feel the size.
Yes.
Yeah, so that when we are sorting out our groundnuts, we'll know the much that it can hold, so that you don't put too much for the tray. Then what do we have inside the tray? You can hold them one by one. As we mentioned, those are cups. Put aside. Good.
Spoons.
Spoons.
This is a teaspoon.
Hold this. Explore this. That is which type of spoon?
Serving spoon.
Good, serving spoon. And this one is a teaspoon. What do we use a teaspoon for in this case?
To put salt in the groundnuts.
Yes, to measure salt. And the cups, the 2 cups that we have, what are you going to use them for?
One for measuring the quantity of oil, and another one for putting water and salt for the groundnut.
Very good. And then we have?
These are 2 plates.
We have 2 plates. What do we use the plates for?
Serving.
For serving. Because after our food is ready, we have to serve.
Yes.
And then inside the tray there,
The handle.
sufuria holder.
Yes, to hold the sufuria.
The sufuria. Yeah, while cooking, so that your hands don't get burnt. And then you have,
Spoon.
and that spoon is made of which material?
Wood.
Therefore, it is a wooden spoon. Very good. At least we know all these, what they are. You can return them to the tray. Move next. Have another equipment. You can hold it, feel it, so that you can know what it is.
This one is hot pot.
Yes, what do we use it for?
Which is used for keeping food after being cooked.
After being cooked. Good. These small size. We have the big size. Then we have the plates. There are 2. And we have the cups. Okay, that is good, Daisy. Then we have the materials. You can explore. We start with these. This is the groundnuts. How do you know? By feeling
The shape.
the shape. You know from the shape of the groundnut, at least you know how the shape of the groundnut feels. We can remove, we can have this to be sure, so that it's not beans, it's groundnuts. Good. And then that is popcorn. We are going to pop it. Next,
Salt.
that is salt. Very good. What is the difference between salt and sugar? Maybe I've packed sugar here. How do you know the difference?
Polythene.
The polythene. The polythene is the difference. And again,
And then the particles.
the particles in form of texture, because salt is finer than sugar in most cases, unless it is custard sugar. And then we have,
Then is the cooking oil.
that is the cooking oil. Are we going to use it for groundnuts or for popcorns?
For popcorns only.
Yeah, for popcorns only. And then finally we have this.
This one is the hold. You may use it to remove the sufuria
Yes,
out of the
a kitchen towel, or to wipe our material, our equipment, so that they are clean and they are dry. And we don't use wet sufurias, neither do we use wet plates. Once we are cooking, we ensure that everything we are using is dry, so that you don't put oil inside a wet sufuria, and you don't serve groundnuts on a wet plate. You ensure that your plate is dry, your sufuria is dry before you start the cooking, and also your spoon has to be dry before you start using it. So you use this kitchen towel to wipe the items to ensure they are dry and ready to use. Is that okay?
Yes.
Otherwise, do you have any question? Or what you did not explore well?
No question.
You have no question. You are okay?
The intervener guides the learner to sort groundnuts before roasting.
Now take these groundnuts, go onto the tray so that we can start sorting. Hold it carefully. And make sure the polythene is empty. Now we have the groundnuts. Hold your tray so that you know the size. Hold your groundnuts so that you know. So for you to know the right ones, at least you can feel the size. We have some which are very small in sizes, so that when we are frying them, they are just going to burn. So you will feel the size. Feel the size. I want to look at the small one. Feel the size, the small one, the large ones. And we have a plate.
This one is the small one.
That one is the smallest. So you'll remove kind of these ones, kind of the one that you've just given me, and remain with the large ones, so that as you prepare your groundnuts, they are well prepared. And how will you know? We have just feel this type. What is the difference? What are you feeling on it?
It has crack.
It has a crack. So a crack, you can just feel that this one has a crack, this one I'm getting out, this one is okay, round, big enough. These ones are the ones we are going to roast. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah, can you begin? And I see you have a plate here to put the right ones. And I want to can put the right ones here. When you are preparing something, you concentrate, and when you are tired, you need to sit.
No.
You are okay? Here. Just put it aside. Feel the ones that they are round, neat ones. And as we prepare them, they will come out clean.
The intervener guides the learner to observe safety precautions when handling materials and equipment during the process of roasting groundnuts. The intervener guides the learner to light the stove or jiko using a matchbox. The learner is then guided to position the sufuria on the stove or jiko correctly. The intervener guides the learner to put in dried groundnuts into the sufuria.
We have a sufuria holder. I have a sufuria holder with me. You can use it so that your hands don't get burnt. Use it to hold the sufuria. You know where the sufuria is. Just place it well. Okay. Meanwhile, you take these. Because the groundnuts, not so much, we are just going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to water. Here is this water. So let me hold the sufuria for you. We have salt. Meanwhile, so that it doesn't get burnt. Is this?
This one.
That is, we turn a little. Just a bit so much. Put it in water, said water. And stir, mix it well. Ensure it's well mixed. This is the left hand to hold this. So it's well tight. It's well mixed. Then let us find our sufuria and pour it inside. Good. That is water mixed with salt. So you can continue roasting. Desi move mbele kidogo. A bit far. Yes, hold it. And then you can continue.
Turn them at intervals using wooden spoon till they turn the color brown.
And that heat is just okay. And you don't touch sufuria using your hands, and that is why we have a sufuria holder. So each and every time, make sure your sufuria is well positioned on the jiko so that it doesn't get down.
The intervener guides the learner to check if the groundnuts are well cooked.
And how will you know that your groundnuts are ready?
Through tasting.
Yes, and also you'll start.
Maybe the smell.
Okay. Now it is still heavy because of the water. So the water will dry with the time as the groundnuts get ready. And then ensure your groundnuts. Just hold with me so that you ensure they all get the heat and they all roast. You can also give Brighton to try.
The learner is then guided to turn off the stove or jiko and remove sufuria from the stove or jiko and let the groundnuts to cool.
And now we want to remove them, the sufuria from the jiko. In my hands I have a kitchen towel that we are going to use so that your hands don't get burned. Hold the kitchen towel, feel it. Now use it, hold the sufuria. Make sure you hold it from this side so that your hands don't get into contact with the hot sufuria. Yes, ensure that where you are putting it, there's nothing else. Good. And now we have our peanuts ready for packing.
The intervener finally guides the learner to serve, pack, and store the groundnuts.
We have now our groundnuts ready for packing, and thereafter we shall be selling and we get some cash. So we have 2 packages have this that is like pepper. Hold it, open it. We also fill this. And then we have this polythene type. Others will pack in the paper type. Others will pack in the polythene type. This is transparent. Others like what they see. So others will buy because they see. And this one we shall label it so that they know it's groundnuts packed inside there. So Daisy, we'll pack 2 of these. Hold it well. Know the size of your bowl. Now as you put in the groundnuts, put your hands inside so that you feel the size of your pack. Okay. As you pack, you put it inside here so that the groundnuts. Okay. That is 1. Kidogo. 2. Put aside. Then use this type. Okay, let him use this type first. 1. 2. Because the other one was a half. Good, thank you. Now we use this type of package. Open it, feel the size. Right position. Use your serving spoon to measure the quantity that you want to pack. Okay, that is 1 spoon. Two spoons, good. Let him also use this type. Open it. Okay. One. 2. Good, okay. Now we have our groundnuts here and we'll continue packing. We need this one to sell and get some income. We buy more groundnuts so that we can even be selling. Our students, they use it for taking porridge or tea. Teachers can also buy from us and outsiders. It can be a source of income. You know the beacon has 3 holders. Ensure it is well positioned. Good. You add. Here is the popcorn. This space is enough. And now, oil. Is enough. Then you use your spoon to spread it. Spreads. Can you feel the oil has covered the maize? Yes. And that is how it will now pop. We have our maize inside. Before it starts popping, we'll cover our sufuria using a heavy sufuria. And then it's almost popping. You will hear the popping sound. And when it stops, means your popcorns are ready. So just take care so that it doesn't burn. Take the sufuria. Just cover it carefully. Okay, you listen to the popping sound. I want us to take it out very carefully using our kitchen towel. Hold it very carefully. Roll it very carefully. The sufuria is so hot. Okay, okay, okay. Very good. Now we open. Wow! Wow! Not one point. Hold the same. Now hold the sufuria so that we mix the salt. Hold the sufuria like this. Be careful so that you don't hit it. So that we are mixing the salt. Again. Okay, now it's ready for packing. Can you now feel it? Feel the edge. Feel again this edge. And now we fold it from up. Fold it from up twice. This. And fold it again. Then make sure. Okay.